Hold it. Hold it, goddammit. Is that Maddie's pickle?
I ain't wrong with it. I ain't wrong with it. I ain't wrong with it. I ain't wrong with it.
Wait a minute, bitch. You got a bag and I thought they let that to you. Come back up to the head.
Hey guys, you know what today is? It's Tuesday, and it's time to review the Queen's Supreme Court with Funky Dineva. But what I love about Funky Dineva and Maddie's relationship is that they can read each other, they can shade each other, and it's just water off a duck's back. And to me, that is a true friendship. And who was that hair? It was beautiful. It was wavy. It made Maddie look like a Brazilian, like young tenderoni. I was like, oh, yes, Maddie, baby. And them lips, ooh. Now let me get too funky. Okay, Funky, I don't know what was the difference between this time and last time, but I ain't see that you had them two teeth right here missing. I didn't see that. I don't know if you put the plate back in your mouth. I don't know, or if you heard everybody when everybody was like, where the hell is Funky Dineva's teeth at? I don't know, but I didn't see him, or maybe you was just holding your teeth or lips a certain way so that we see. I don't know, but that's the Funky Dineva I know. Not that missing tooth, thing that was there last time, okay? But we're gonna move on from there and we're gonna pretend like that shit never happened. Get to the docket where Funky Dineva addresses Baldine, i.e. Tamar. I don't know what to think about her, But Funky Dineva gave the gutter snipe in Iyanla her kudos for coming over there to the Braxton family values and fixing those girls' career. Because I told you, Iyanla don't fix shit but people's career. People don't contact Iyanla, or at least the celebrities don't contact her until their career is falling off. Notice that nobody in there that's at the top of their game or at the middle of their game ever sit down on the couch across from Iyanla because they don't want to hear that gutter snipe voodoo priestess bullshit that she be yelling in people's face. I will give Iyanla kudos for getting to the root of the Braxton family values problem, which I guess Iyanla identified it to be the mother. And let me tell you something, for somebody that's been through therapy before, listen, I'm not impressed by that therapy stuff all the time. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. But when you get up from the therapist chair, they always put it on your mama. Always. I don't care if your problem was that you had a bunion on your toe. It's your mama's fault that you had a bunion on your toe because your mother didn't care about you enough to take you to the doctor and get it shaved down. That's just what therapists do. So I'm not satisfied with the outcome of Braxton family values. One, because I'm not impressed about her blaming it on Miss E, because that's what therapists do. Forgive me for all my therapists that follow me, but it's always reverts back to your childhood and what your mama did or did not do, or if your daddy was or was not there. It's always about that. And two, I believe that a lot of those girls' comments in that episode of Braxton Family Values were out of desperation, and especially Tamar, her dramatic scene was, I don't know if that was real or fake. I don't know, because y'all know she said she ain't coming back to the show. And I said, girl, you and Stunts, girl, stay hand in hand. You and Stunts always together, like kissing each other in the mouth, child. You, Stunts, and Capers, y'all doing threesomes all the time. All the time. So then, we get to K Michelle, and you know what? I've seen that video where the white girl was twerking on somebody's porch. I didn't know it was K Michelle porch, But let me tell you what I learned today or yesterday when I was watching it. I did not know that K Michelle was financially sponsoring her own shows and her own tours and her own concerts. Pooch Hall. Y'all know Pooch. He is Derwin from The Game now. I think he has a show on now, but I can't recall the name of the show that he's on because I don't watch him. Shit, my heart been broke with Derwin ever since he got Janae pregnant down there to The Game on Melanie. He was out driving, drunk as booty coo, okay? And The car seat was in the back. The car seat was not attached to a seatbelt. I guess he decided, come on up here, reach back and put the baby in his lap. He was controlling the pedals. The baby was controlling the wheel. What ended up stopping them in their pursuit of happiness was they ran into a parked car. Luckily, nobody got hurt except for their family, because now CPS is going to be involved. Well, CPS is involved now, and they about to run down there to that wife's house who been with his ass for 20 years, okay, and start asking questions as to what the hell is going on here. Only by the grace of God, I had a drunk driving situation that could have went left, so I'm not judging nobody. But a lot of times you think you got it, and you don't. And pooch, you didn't have it. Child bang. So then we're going to get to Alicia Keys, Swiss Beats, and Mashonda, okay? And they have a book, or they're writing a book called, do they have is it already done? I'm not sure, but it's called Blended, right? And initially, what is that? Was it Hollywood Exes or something like that? But Mashonda was on some show. Damn, what was it? Was it Love and Hip Hop? And it was originally like she was one of the first cast members. I can't remember what show it was, guys. If y'all remember, put it down there. But child, she was sitting in that foreclosed house. The pool looked like a swamp. The pictures was hanging off the walls, and she was still devastated because Swiss Beats left her for Alicia Keys. Now, I guess she said, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Then we get to Bette Midler, and this is the part where I love Funky Dineva's intellect. He's a very smart guy, and this is why I love those two, Maddie's and Funky Dineva's dynamic, because Maddie is fun, the Libra, and the Leo, Funky Dineva, is intellectual. So when Maddie talked about how Bette Midler made the post referencing that women are basically the N-word, the ninja of America, being treated as a second-class citizen, which is true. She made fun of it. But Funky Dineva put the education part in it, to educate people that it wasn't actually Bette Midler's words. It was Eleanor Roosevelt's words. So that was a good thing to learn. And also that Funky Dineva spoke about how now in this Trump administration, how people are hypersensitive. It's very true. It's absolutely true. So then we get to Jason Van Dyke, who is charged with the killing of Laquan McDonald, and he got 15 years for it. People feel vindicated. But let me say this also. I just want to add this little piece to you, because I used to be a part of the criminal justice system for so long. Don't be worried if you are worried about their police officer, because they house them separately. Don't think that they're going to walk down the cell or the floor or something, and somebody gonna throw pee on him because he's a police, and they gonna be whooping his ass every day. It don't work like that, child. They house the police separately. It's kind of like police and people who like have some kind of public office. If they ever go to jail or something like that, child, they don't be with the rest of the population. They put them over there in safety zone. Okay, go over there with the safety zone and the rest of the police that done a rack of bullshit, right? They are trained, because they're trained enough to know not to pull that bullshit on white citizens. It's just that their heart tells them that a black American is second class and doesn't deserve that same treatment as a white citizen. Moving on. I talked about Chance the Rapper providing $1 million to mental health services. Blessings, brother. Tina shading Richard Lawson. Child bang. So then we get to One Gotta Go, okay? We got Mary J. I can think about 13 songs of hers that is a part of my life soundtrack. Faith, that first album, my life soundtrack. Kelly Rowland, shit. I could think of probably like 5 or 6 songs that are part of my life soundtrack. Deborah Cox, I think she only has one song. And the only reason why I remember is because, was it How Did We Get Here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Something like that. But I can't really think of enough of her music that would make me say keep her. So guess what I'm going to do? Deborah Cox, you got to go. Now, remember this. The same people you meet on the way up will always be the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one. Juice.